Hi guys, welcome to webinar number 4. And today we're talking about DMO. What is DMO? Daily Method of Operation. So this is our first time doing the pre-recorded webinar. I hope everybody had a wonderful Chinese New Year. So happy New Year of the dog again to everybody. So, all right. So DMO, what is DMO? DMO is a Herbalife term for all business methods which focus on building a sustainable business by creating lifelong customers. So you guys probably have heard about, the word DMO from me and Chris a lot. And for some of you guys who are new to Herbalife business, you must be wondering, what are we going about DMO all the time? It's actually basically a business strategy. You can see it as your business method, right? So every distributor, every coach has a different style. Some people prefer to have their DMO in Fit Club. Some people prefer to do their business online, through social media. Some people prefer to do their business on the street. So everybody's very different, Like for myself, I prefer to do my business through Fit Club and also through social media. So I can say that my DMO for my business is social media and Fit Club. All right, just very quickly, here I'm giving you guys a glimpse of the different types of DMOs that we have, and also the most popular DMOs that people use in Herbalife business. So here we have the weight loss challenge, wellness evaluation, transformation program, social media, which is the most popular one right now in our team, Fit Club, wellness or nutrition club, and some more that you guys probably haven't been exposed to. Things like shake parties, skincare, facial parties, roadshows, walk and talk, flyers and ads. Those can be both print or online, or buttons. A lot of you guys haven't seen buttons yet, but the buttons still work. So I'll talk more about it later. So whatever DMO that we do, whatever methods that we use, it all comes down to this main essence of our, how should I say it, our marketing legacy. It's called use, wear, and talk. So we use the product, we get the product results, and we be the best fit looking, healthy looking coaches or, health representatives, right? And wear, what do we wear? We wear the brand everywhere and wear it with pride. Okay, it doesn't mean that we have to plaster our body with the Herbalife brand. Okay, it's really like a personal choice. Some people prefer to wear, the brand, everywhere they go. Some people prefer to have the brand like in the bags, in the cap, in the jacket. What I personally promote is organic wear. What do I mean by organic wear? Okay, like someone like me, right? You guys see me you guys see me use the Herbalife bottle a lot. Yeah, that's because I personally really like the Herbalife shakers and the bottles. And, I'm an active person. So I carry my bottle everywhere I go, right? So that's organic. And also, I have the tote bag, the Herbalife tote bag, which I really love using. It's a really good size. It's really good materials. I use a lot. And also, what else? You guys probably have seen me wearing some of the buttons sometimes. The button that I love the most is Get Fit How, Ask Me Now. So these are some of the examples of wear. Okay, so it's really a personal preference of how you want to wear it and what you want to wear. And of course, we actually encourage you guys to personalize your brand. Like for me, I could have, say, Herbalife crossover with wellness experts, or authentic energy with Herbalife nutrition, or Herbalife 24, So it's really up to you guys how you want to wear it, but make sure you wear it with pride. Okay, and talk, last but not least. Talk is, basically you talk to everyone. You talk about your own personal transformation stories. You talk about nutrition. You talk about healthy breakfast. You can talk about anything. All right. So it's actually really simple. Use where talk. All right. We'll talk more about how we go about use where talk, because that's basically the fundamental essence of all the DMOs that we're going to be talking about today. Okay, right. So why do we have different DMOs, and why do we have so many different methods? It's essentially a way to invite people, whether if there are, what we call the COI, the circle of the circle of influence, meaning your warm market, or cold market, meaning people you don't know. It's our way of inviting everybody into our business. Okay, so here we call it the invitation to presentation. Okay, so some of you guys might be wondering, okay, what presentation do I have to do? Do I have to like do a full-on PowerPoint presentation? No, you don't have to do that. What is a presentation? A presentation is essentially a healthy conversation. Okay, so a healthy conversation could be, oh, what did you have for breakfast today? Okay, do you know what is a healthy breakfast? Or talks about, healthy active lifestyle. What do we do here at Fit Club? What do we do here at Nutrition Club? Oh, do you want to know what your body age is like? It could be anything around the topic of wellness and healthy lifestyle. That is what we call the presentation. But of course, if you do want to go further into, really presenting something, you can, but we don't really want to intimidate everyone by saying that, oh, everybody has to do a presentation. What are we doing here is essentially inviting people to something fun. And from the fun activities and the fun events, they get to know more about us, about what we do, and how we help everybody transform health. So a lot of you guys have actually come to me and expressed this concern to me. I don't really know how to talk about the products. I don't really know how to sell, right? And I found it very difficult to carry on the conversation with someone, say a stranger, about what I eat for breakfast or how to invite them to certain things, right? So it's all okay. We all have, challenges, and we all have encountered numerous and, various types of, challenges and situations where we're stuck there and don't know what to say. It's okay. So what I would suggest you guys to do is basically don't think about yourself as a salesperson. Okay, let's get rid of that mentality. Position yourself as a wellness coach, or as a healthy lifestyle warrior, or as a community connector, or whatever you want to label yourself. Family well-being angel. You are someone there to help that person. You are someone in the society to contribute something healthy. Okay, so once you reposition yourself, you actually start to think differently. You start to talk differently as well. You actually start to present. You actually start to talk with your heart. For example, hey, I've just finished doing this 10-day weight loss challenge with my coach, and I've lost 2 kgs in 10 days. All I had to do was changing my breakfast and also change the way I ate. I didn't even increase my activity intensity. I just kept on doing the same workout I always did. And, with a coach and with a group of people, I managed to lose 2 kg. I never managed to lose even 1 kg on my own, right? So do you want to come and check out my club? Because I actually meet up with them every Tuesday, and we do this thing called boot camp every Tuesday. If you're looking to, lose weight, or if you're looking to meet some people, just come check it out. So you can actually invite people with your own style. I actually have a script of different ways to invite people into different DMOs. I can actually attach that to our team training folder after this presentation. Okay, so however you want to invite people is really entirely up to you. And if you're not confident about the way you invite people, if you're not very comfortable with the words you use, feel free to come to me, come to Chris, or we can actually have a conversation and share and practice. All right. So basically, imagine yourself as someone who's inviting your friends or your family or anybody to a fun activity. Okay. So we're going to go into details of some of the popular DMOs. Okay, so first one is wellness evaluation, which we actually talked a lot about 2 weeks ago. The exact details of how to go about doing a wellness evaluation, how to do a body scan. It is actually the most effective way to get customers. Why? Because you can see it as all-in-one tool when you actually speak with prospects, right? You talk about breakfast, you talk about their current, body status, you talk about their current health, current habits, and, it depends on how long you have with the customers. You can actually do a very quick one, 5 minutes. 5 minutes, just get them onto the body scan, quickly write down the numbers, and you can actually pick the main, the main point to talk about. If they want to lose weight, you can focus on the visceral fats. and also their body fat percentage, their metabolism. If they want to gain weight, you can talk about, what is the ideal healthy weight for them, muscle mass, and things like that, right? And if you have, a good time with them, if you have already made an appointment with them, which is a good 30 to 40 minutes or even up to an hour, then you can actually sit down with them and give them a full-on evaluation, and present the whole sort of like nutrition and lifestyle habits and solution to them in a sit-down one-to-one evaluation. And it is actually proven to be one of the most effective ways to convert prospects into customers. And the magic of doing this is that you can actually get referrals. So before you actually go further into offering some solutions to the person that you're doing the body scan with, right? You could actually ask the person, hey, did you have a good time with me today? Did you learn a lot about your health and wellness and nutritional habits from my evaluation? If you did, would you like to recommend a few friends to this evaluation? And can you think of some names of some people who would also benefit from this evaluation? So you get the referrals, and once you actually have the referrals, it is actually easier. It is actually easier for you to get the leads. And sometimes, the magic is that if your prospect is interested to sign up to a weight loss challenge, you could actually ask them, hey, maybe your colleagues or maybe your, these contacts who might be interested to sign up to the challenge with you. Wouldn't it be fun if you can do a weight loss challenge with your colleagues or with your relatives and friends together? So in a way, you can organically get yourself a few more customers in that way. Okay, so here in the little box, you guys can actually have a read of that later. What is this DMO suitable for, or ideally, who is it recommended to? I mean, all DMOs are actually very suitable for anybody, right? But here is just a little note that I put down for you guys. So, for example, if people who can't make it to fit clubs or people who can't always make it to lunchtime nutrition clubs, then you can actually, use this DMO for those people who don't really have a flexible time schedule, and you can actually go to them, bring the Tanita scan with you, bring the tools with you, and you can go to them and give them the evaluation. All right, so the next one, Fit Club, which is all of our favorite, right? And that is how I met most of you guys. So Fit Club is actually a great way to introduce prospects to Herbalife Nutrition through a healthy, active lifestyle, right? So, instead of just pitching the products and pitching, I don't know, nutrition to people right away, because some people might be really resistant to that, right? We can actually just, promote the boot camp, right? And also for some of you guys who are looking to organize your own fit club, you can actually think of anything as long as it's something that you're passionate about. It could be things like hiking, dancing, running, yoga, cycling, Zumba, anything you can think of, as long as you keep in mind of the three fundamentals. Firstly, you have to invite people and have fun. If it's only you and one person, okay, that's okay. But just think about why you're doing this, right? You're doing this Fit Club event to invite people to form a community. All right. Secondly, make a presentation to attendees. Okay, the presentation can be healthy breakfast conversation, also conversation about healthy active lifestyle, conversation about well-being, wellness, and nutrition in general. That is what we mean by the presentation. It doesn't have to be like a full-on business type of presentation, right? Because people will get really bored and people will get really turned off. Okay, and thirdly, we have to give everybody a follow up with a call to action. All right, so you could actually do a follow up the day after, or you could actually give yourself about, I usually recommend 48 hours when you do the follow up. Say someone who came to our Fit Club last night and really enjoyed the boot camp, make friends here and you got their contact on Facebook or WhatsApp. And the next day, you can actually give them a call or send them a message. Ask them, hey, did you have fun with us last night? How's your body feeling today? You mentioned about, you want to lose some belly fat last night to me. Would you actually be interested to actually join our upcoming 10-day weight loss challenge? You can actually do a bit of a follow-up and see what more would that person be interested in. Maybe the person want to keep coming back to boot camp for a few more times, until they get, comfortable and familiar with the community. Maybe the person is already ready to sign up to, like a weight loss challenge or something like that. You never know, right? So it is very important for us to do a follow up. Okay. And then very importantly, we're going to make sure that we invite new people every week. I mean, it's okay, if you don't want to give yourself the pressure, but it's actually a fun game for yourself to actually think about, okay, who else can I invite this week? Last week, I invite like two of my colleagues. This week, can I invite maybe this person I just met on the train? So it actually becomes a really fun challenge for you that every week you think about, okay, I need to, introduce new people to this club because this is essentially where you grow your business, right? And for those of you guys who are actually starting to think about how to create your own Fit Club event, the last point here is very important to keep in mind. Whatever we actually create, we have to project a future picture of how big the community can become and what the community could potentially be. If it's an activity that can only fit about like 10 people, 8 people at a time, and can only be indoor, then the possibility is that it will always be an indoor activity. So that the number of your business momentum cannot grow. It will always be like stuck between 8 to 10, right? So I would really love you guys to think about how you can scale every activity that you do. Outdoor is a great example because it's free. Tema Park is free. You can grow the number to as big as you like. Like at one point, our Fit Club had about almost 100 people, right? So, when your number of your activity can grow, that also ensures a really good growing momentum for your Herbalife business as well, and also higher conversion rate. So next one is the nutrition or the wellness club. So nutrition club is actually a good way to gather people, who want to meet with the coaches and also people who have similar nutrition goals and, needs, right? And essentially we operate the club as a community. So pretty much all of you guys, right? So all of you guys have experienced our nutrition club, here in Central, and also the new club opening up is also going to be functioning as a wellness club as well. It's a club where, the coaches and distributors can share as a co-wellness, co-sharing space to operate a business. And it's a safe and also trusted environment where we can conduct, weight loss challenges, wellness evaluations, and Herbalife business opportunities and trainings and many, many more activities, anything you can think of. It's a great, I really love nutrition club environment because it's actually a very fun and casual environment for people to really get to know about Herbalife and also the nutrition philosophies and also how to get healthy without actually being, in a very commercial environment. Like if someone who's in a GNC store, they're surrounded by the products, they're surrounded by the sales and marketing, visuals and things, they might feel pressured. Whereas, in a club scenario, they come in, they get greeted by us, they get to try the shakes, they get to hang out, in a very pressure-free environment. That is actually very easy and very organic for people to really get to know about us and get to know about Herbalife. So this is actually one of my favorites. Okay, you guys can actually check out what I wrote in the box. Who is ideal for? Well, essentially every DMO is ideal for everybody, right? So moving on, weight loss challenge. This is also, something that we've been doing for a while. And a lot of you guys know that I've been hosting 10-day weight loss challenge every month. And that's actually proven to work really well because 10 days is very short and it is a good way for you to gather people with the common goal, right? That is essentially what weight loss challenge is really good for. A bunch of people who want to lose weight or a bunch of people who want to get lean and lose body fat. So however you want to design your weight loss challenge is entirely up to you. You can have it like as short as 10 days or 7 days. 7 days, you can make it as a 7-day detox, or 14 days, 4 weeks, 8 weeks, so on and so forth. It's entirely up to you. Okay, it's a great way for you to retail, to recruit, and also to duplicate the business. It's a good chance for the coaches to help a group of participants who want to, improve their health and nutrition habits and who want to achieve some kind of goal together, in a fun environment. So with the weight loss challenge, you can host it online, like the way I've been doing this, or you can actually host it in a physical location. For example, like in a club scenario where you can gather everybody once a week, you meet, you do some exercise together, you do like, weighing every week. So that can also work really well if you can manage to get a group of people who are committed to meet up every week. You know, it's actually a great way for you to talk about Herbalife products as well. But given the fact that you build up the rapport, you build up this good relationship with your customers first, until they actually give you the trust and they feel comfortable. It's actually very easy for you to talk about any Herbalife products. And of course, it's very important for us to get to it's important for us to understand each customer's health needs and goals, right, before we can make a recommendation. Otherwise we'll just become hard salesy to them. All right, so it's very important for us as coaches to give every challenger the support they need, and also to educate them on how to eat healthily and how to live a healthy active lifestyle in weight loss challenges. So this is actually also one of my favorites. Okay, moving on next. Shake party. So shake party is probably quite new to some of you guys. We can actually try to organize a shake party very soon in the coming month, maybe in March. We can host a few. We can host a shake party at home. You can actually easily try to do a shake party at home in your house, or you can actually have a shake party at a club space as well. So depending on what kind of atmosphere you want to create. Shake party is actually really good for both cold and warm market. I personally think that shake party is really good for warm market because you can actually host it as a home party, and then it's your good chance to basically let your guests or your friends and families to sample the shakes. And also in shake parties, you can actually give them the body scan and talk a bit about healthy breakfast, and also talk about what do they need to do in order to improve their health and weight, right? So, and also because it's in a very personal setting, it could be your house or someone else's house, it's actually easy, for people to gain trust, like for your friends or your friends' friends, to gain trust from you, and also easy for you to build up that sort of like, I should say it, initiation. You can actually introduce them to hey, weight loss challenge, we have one coming up. And also through the shake party, you can introduce them to nutrition clubs as well. So the key here for the shake party is to make it personal, make it very intimate. So you guys can actually even try to do this at your workplace, right? I know Amanda recently did a healthy breakfast talk at her workplace, right? So that's actually without the shake party. But also, it's a good idea if some of you guys have that sort of like, flexibility at work. Maybe you can actually bring in, just a few things, a few tools with you. So you can actually host a shake party at work without actually selling the products. Your goal is to introduce, a healthy breakfast habit to them, and also let them know, what are they eating currently, and also how should they improve their nutrition in general. Okay, social media. Okay, everybody's doing social media, right? In this day and age, we all love doing social media. And I know some of you guys probably have come to me and said right away that, Jane, I want to build my business on social media. I'm probably not willing to try any other methods, but I want to go for social media right away. Okay, that is pretty cool. That's fine. But I do highly encourage you guys to try all DMOs and find out what works for you the most, or what is the most effective DMO for you, and you stick with it. Okay, social media is my personal favorite because I got to know about wellness experts Fit Club through social media, through Facebook, and also through social media, I got to know about Herbalife. So whichever way you come to the business might be your preferred DMO. That is what I believe in. I came to Fit Club through Facebook. So Facebook actually is naturally my favorite DMO, which I use every day. Okay, so here I'm going to spend a little bit longer on social media because I know all of you guys want to learn and want to up your game in social media marketing for your business growth, right? So, I mean, yes, we all know it is a very highly effective marketing tool, but only when you manage it properly. Okay, only when you manage it properly. If you're not managing it properly, for example, sometimes you post, sometimes you don't post, or sometimes you post something that's irrelevant, or sometimes you probably, I don't know, overshare, then that is, that could actually jeopardize your business rather than giving your business the boost. It's actually a really effective way for you to generate leads. What do I mean by lead generation? This is actually how you attract, cold market, get strangers' attention to your page, get strangers' attention to you. Because essentially you are your business, right? So you want to actually generate good content on your, whether if it's your Instagram or your Facebook page. You want to attract attention, right? Once people actually get attracted to you and to your page, that is when they start to get curious about you. Okay. And once they get curious about you, you have the high chance to open a conversation with them. And then, start inviting them to, either if it's fit club or nutrition club or online challenges, whatever you name it. So everything has to happen step by step. And also everything has to be managed carefully. And of course, know your target audience, right? So this is something I invite all of you guys to think about. Who is your main target audience? Yes, I know a lot of you guys are like, okay, I want everybody to be my customer. I'm targeting everybody. Yes. Okay, yeah, it's great at the beginning of the business building. You want to target everybody. Anyone is important, right? But if you're on social media, if you're on Facebook, you have to think about, who are the people who look at your page mostly? Who are the main users of, say, Instagram or Facebook page? And who are you trying to attract? Are you trying to attract people who are like you, who are into working out and living a healthy wellness lifestyle? Or are you trying to attract people who are, say, vegetarians? Or are you trying to attract people who are middle aged and have a desk job and they are looking for a effective solution to weight loss, right? So have a think about who your target audience is, and then you can tailor make your content to actually attract them. Your Facebook page or your Instagram page or your Google page or your YouTube page is essentially your shop front, right? You know how important is shop front. That determines whether if the customer wants to stay in, want to take another look, push the door, go in, or they want to turn away. And I like to think of my Facebook page or my Facebook account as my online nutrition club. I mean, it is, right? It is a place where people come and learn and hang out, basically, because social media, you are there to be social. They want to get to know you as a person. They want to come to your page and hang out. They want to give you a like. They want to give you an emotion. They want to know what is happening in your life. And it is your chance, right, to share about healthy lifestyle, healthy living with them. So it is a good hangout place. Okay, so the next point is very important. Do not herbal vomit. What do I mean by herbal vomit? Okay, a lot of people who are new in the business, without thinking, they just think that, okay, I'm here to promote the products, I'm here to sell, I'm here to make a sale, I'm here to sell the products and get customers. So what I need to do is I need to post promotions and post a selfie of me holding the can of the shake. There's me drinking my CR7. There's me, using my probiotics, oh, it's Herbalife this, Herbalife that, And what happens is when people come to your page, all they see is you and Herbalife this, Herbalife that, right? Can you imagine if that person was you? You want to know what your high school friend is doing. What is your high school friend up to? And then you turn into their page, all you see is Herbalife. Don't you think it's such a turn off? You'd be like, hey, is that what you do? You're just like a, infomercial channel. I want to switch off. I want to change channel. I want to go to someone else's. I want to know how you doing. What are you up to? And, whether if you're married, have kids or whatever, right? But all I see is you advertising Herbalife. I don't want to know more about that. I want to know more about you. So we don't want to become someone who is turning people off by vomiting Herbalife 24/7. So don't do any herbal vomit. I mean, you can, it's up to you if you do want to present the brand, but in a nice and also in an organic way, right? So my suggestion for those of you guys who are doing social media as your main DMO is try to minimize your exposure. Try to minimize the exposure of the Herbalife brand. All right. So when people come to your page, when people come to your Facebook account, they get a really good impression of you as a, wellness coach, or as a, someone who's embracing a healthy lifestyle. They want to get to know more about you. All right. So from you remember, you are Herbalife, okay? You don't need to, always wear the brand. You don't always need to make a statement and label yourself as, I'm Herbalife this, I'm Herbalife that. You can carry the message, you can carry the values anytime you like. The key is for people to get to know you. All right, so you are the brand. So once they get to know more about you, you can actually start to invite people into the activities we do and, the presentation part. So we lead with lifestyle, not with products. Okay. So don't worry, we'll talk more about this when we actually have our webinar this Thursday. All right. And the final part is with social media, just remember the 3 E's: entertain, educate, emotions. What do I mean by emotions? You want to create the content that is appealing to their emotions. Doesn't make them sad, doesn't make them happy, doesn't make them excited. You want to be relatable to your audience, right? So when they come to your Facebook page, how do we make sure that they stay on, right? Not always just kind of like, come here. No, I don't want to look at whatever you post. We got to provide content that's entertaining. It could be something that's fun, something that's, I don't know, it could be like a gag or something, right? But like something that's like a comedy. It could be like a little comedy video of your workout, comedy video of your shake making, or whatever it is. It's really up to you how creative you want to be. And educate. Do we give people the value? Do we actually inform them about, say, nutrition, nutrition knowledge, or exercise knowledge, whatever it is that we're offering. When people come here, they learn something from you, they actually want to stick with you. Okay. And of course, our content has to appeal to their emotions as well, to show that we're humans, we are living a human life. It's human life before Herbalife. Yes. And last but not least, we have to post consistently. If you want to make social media your daily method of operation, make sure that you post at least once a day. Okay, don't overpost. I'll say 1 to 3 posts a day is sufficient. Okay, so the next DMO, this is actually the last one we're going to talk about in detail, is walk and talk. So you guys saw walk and talk mentioned previously, right? Why do I make walk and talk a separate page? It's because you can actually do walk and talk anytime. So what do we mean by walk and talk? Okay, walk and talk is a very effective method whereby you can actually talk to anybody. It could be people that you already know, or it could be people that you don't know. But in this case, we actually encourage you guys to talk to people you don't know. Okay, why do we always encourage everyone to do walk and talk? Even if you don't like it, you have to try it. You have to do it because, firstly, you train up your guts. You boost your confidence of talking to anybody. I know it's very intimidating talking to strangers when you first start in this business. Even talking to people you already know, or talking to people in the club scenario is already, scary enough for you. How the hell am I supposed to go out and talk to strangers? That's okay. You don't have to do this alone. You can actually grab your coach, grab your sponsor, grab a couple of teammates. We recommend you guys to work in pairs. You can grab someone to go out, to the streets, go to your neighborhood, and just talk to people randomly, right? You can do walk and talk anywhere. Here I've suggested a few places. You can walk and talk in restaurants. Maybe you're out having lunch. You can talk to people next to you on the table, right? It could be something simple like, oh, do you guys come here a lot? Oh, are you wearing like a Fitbit? I'm just giving you guys an example of how I would initiate a conversation, right? Oh, I really like the dish that you ordered. I wish I would order that. I ordered something else. Oh, okay. Do you guys always eat healthily? You can start a conversation anywhere. And while you're shopping, I call it shop and talk. While you're on your lunch break, you can talk to people that you see in the park or on the street. While you're at the gym exercising, you can talk to people like, hey, you look pretty fit. Have you ever thought about maybe, becoming a coach? Hey, do you always work out here? I'm actually part of a fit club. It'd be great if you can come and check out my club, and maybe you could actually consider becoming a coach with us. Those are some of the examples of how you can actually open up a conversation. Public transport. I have talked to people on the train before and successfully invite them to our fit club and also to our nutrition club for shakes before. So the possibilities are like, the sky's the limit. Possibilities are all around you. You never know who you meet and, who you talk to. Usually, the people that you end up doing business with, or the people who actually end up becoming customers, come from the least expected place. That is just speaking from personal experience. Sometimes, we have too much of a mentality of assuming too much. Like, oh no, she's gonna say no to me. Oh, he's not gonna talk to me because he's gonna find me strange. I don't know if I want to talk to this person because she looks scary. She looks like she's having a bad day. We have to make sure that we get rid of that mentality of assuming so much before we make that first step. Just basically blank. I should say it. Make your mind a blank canvas and throw away, detach yourself from all fears, and just go out there and open your mouth and talk. And of course, how do we go about that? Just grab a buddy and do it with you. I often find it very effective when I do walk and talk with someone with me versus doing it by myself. Of course, it's intimidating, but once you get a really good practice, you guys will become the master in walk and talk. You'll be able to talk to anybody, especially for those of you guys who are still struggling with, I don't know how to hold a conversation with a stranger. I don't know how to start a conversation. Just treat walk and talk as your practice, because there are always people around, right? You go out of your house, there's people on the streets, right? You can practice walk and talk online as well, but I highly recommend you guys to practice walk and talk face to face. The minute you go out to the street, there's people there already. Wherever there are people, you can talk. All right, so here's a homework I want to give to you guys. Please take a really good look at the next 2 pages. I want you guys to set weekly method and goals. And basically, you can take a look at the menu here and select two primary methods and select one secondary method from the menu here and add those 3 items to your weekly action plan. Right, so we talked about DMOs. We talked about so many ways for you to generate customers, for you to find people, for you to grow your business. Now it's time for us to take actions, right? So knowing it is not enough. We have to implement. I'll give you guys an example. You can see on the left-hand side, it's a primary method column. And on the right-hand side is a secondary method column, right? So example could be, you can pick your weight loss challenge, 10 free body scans from the left-hand side. Those 2 would be your primary methods for 1 week, right? And then on the right-hand side, you can pick 20 walk and talk leads. Okay, so in 1 week, you can talk to as many people as you can, but what we mean by leads is you got their contacts. It could be Facebook contacts, or it could be their email, or it could be their numbers, WhatsApp numbers, right? So you could set that as your goal, right? Okay, in 1 week or every week, I want to be able to invite people to weight loss challenge, or I want to be participating or hosting weight loss challenge, or I want to be participating or coaching at Fit Club, right? Or I could be hosting 1 shake party a week, and every week I want to give at least 10 body scans, and together with 1 secondary method, I want to get 10 referral contacts. So it's a combination of 2 primary methods and 1 secondary method. 3 items, 3 DMOs will become your weekly action plan. Okay, so if you guys are still lost, it's okay. You can message me after watching this presentation. And when we actually come together this Thursday, we can talk about what is your designated methods and goals, weekly method and goals. Okay, and I want you guys to talk about this when we come together on Thursday. And after you know your weekly goals and methods, we want you guys to break it down into daily actions. because sometimes, because being this business is about being consistent with what you do. Otherwise, it's really hard to see a growth in the business, right? Here's my example of what I do every day, because I really love social media. And also, I mean, social media is my primary daily method of operation, right? So I give myself the action, the task to talk to 20 people every day and to add 20 contacts every day on Facebook. So talk to 20 people, meaning that those 20 people are already on my Facebook, and it's 20 different people every day, right? So I talk to them every day, and also I add 22 new contacts every day. It's actually really amazing the kind of result you get from doing the talk 20, add 20. All right. This is something that all of you guys can easily do. You can just take a half an hour every day to 40 minutes, or up to you. Maybe you want to spend 1 hour to do the at 20, talk 20. And I make myself, I make sure that I post 1 to 2 posts a day on Facebook and Instagram. So the last 1 week I have been a little bit slack off. So, I need to really get myself back on the track as well. And every day I do follow-ups. I talk to my existing customers and downlines. And every day I work on team building and supporting materials. And very importantly, every day I give myself the Herbalife training as well. And my daily goals, I have to get 10 leads every day. And also I have to make one to two new appointments every day. Okay, so here's an example of what little accumulations, little consistency can get you. Okay, if you wish to get 2 customers a week, you can actually aim for, I want to invite 10 people a day or talk to 10 people every day. Maybe 8 people will say no, 2 people will say yes. And from the 2 yeses, you can actually invite them to wellness evaluations or conversations or fit clubs or whatever it is, right? What we call it the invitation to presentation. All right. So in 1 week, you could easily end up with 10 presentations that you get from doing 10 invitations a day. All right. And as a result, you get 2 customers a week. So if you do your maths, right, if you can do 2 presentations a day, that gets you 2 customers a week. Eventually, you end up with 8 customers a month. Isn't that amazing? All right. And just remember, whatever DMO you select, we have to choose array, we have to learn it, and we have to practice to master it. And then very importantly, apply it daily, which is why I, underline apply it daily. If you don't do it daily, you're not going to become the master. You're not going to be really good at it. Practice is the mother of perfection, right? And I recommend you guys to use a combination of methods. Don't just stick to one method, right? I mean, you can, but you have to make sure you do it all the time. Do it over and over and over and over again until you become the master of it. Then you can actually confidently tell yourself that, hey, I can do this. I don't need any other methods. But it's great. I mean, it's actually absolutely necessary that you do a combination of different methods and really have fun, right? And before we wrap it up, a lot of you guys are probably thinking, how do we talk and how do we go about practicing talking from here? Because all the methods that we've talked about today comes down to, use where talk, and the talking part is the most important part. All right. So Jim Rohn, who is a very important motivational speaker and also business build, how should I say it? Motivational speaker and also business philosopher for Herbalife. He once said that effective communication is 20% what you know, okay? 20% what you know is like the facts, the science, and all that. And it's 80% how you feel about what you know. Because people want to relate to other human beings, right? And people want to know what is your personal experience and what is your personal feelings and your personal experience with the products and with the company. They care more about that than the 20% of the facts. Whether if the company is listed, how much money, how much revenue the company makes, and what are the facts and ingredients in the products. That's only 20% of it. So by knowing this golden rule, I hope you guys can actually start, getting a better idea of how to go about talking to people and how to invite people to the different activities we have here at the club. And before we end the presentation, just want to quickly let you guys know about the Members Development Weekend again. I know it's event promotion time, which is going to happen on the 14th to the 15th of April in Kuala Lumpur. And I know Shafin from our team has already purchased the ticket. to attend this event. Woohoo, good on you. And we're hoping to bring a few more teammates to attend this event because it is really one of a kind, and it's very rare that they can actually bring Gary Jones to Kuala Lumpur, to Asia actually, to give this amazing training. So I highly recommend you guys to go and check out this event. It will be a really good business boosting experience for most of you guys. Okay, so that's it for today. And thanks so much, guys, for watching this pre recorded webinar. I'm looking forward to meeting you guys this Thursday for our 5th webinar. Okay, so have a great holiday and see you guys on Thursday. Bye.